What's up, Amp Nation? Anthony Monetti here. Amped Phase 1 3-day. Today we did legs. Let's get it. First, foremost, I love to do some foam rolling, especially before leg day. Hamstrings, glutes, calves. I just do like 3 to 5 minutes foam roll. I know exactly where to go, what parts of my body need the most foam rolling. So I'll go right there and just get a little bit of everything, especially during leg day. I believe foam rolling not only helps loosen up the muscles or get those knots, so to speak, out of your muscle, it also helps blood flow. And I use it also for just a little mindset kind of preparation before the leg day or before any workout really. But here I am just doing some thoracic extensions over the foam roller, just working that middle of my back. Squats are on deck, so I want to make sure that I can that middle part of your back is important for extension when you're trying to hold your posture up and you're doing your squats. But here I am doing some calf work, inner thigh, adductors. Keep the legs loose, get blood flow, and then rock and roll. Here I am just doing some, I call these bent knee rockers, and it really helps open up the inner thigh. As you can see, I'm rocking back onto my heel and also rotating that hip outward so my toes are facing up. Great inner thigh stretch. And then I move into some banded hip distraction. It's a great exercise. See, I got that band about knee height, pulling it up to the crease of my hip, and then pulling myself back and allowing that band to kind of pull my hip in. Here I am just trying to work on some anterior tilt. So squeezing the butt and then tucking underneath is going to help open up that front hip flexor, quad area. And then keep banding the same side, the same leg I should say, and then turn around and face away from the anchor point. Fold over at your waist. See, my back is really flat here. Just trying to get that hamstring opened up. And your hips are a ball and socket joint, so you can get that little swivel there. Kind of dig around and find the funk. And then I move into dynamic warm-up. Just a little hip swing, front and back, left and right. Make sure you do both sides. And then my first real working exercise is kettlebell swing. It's a power and strength day. So I love kettlebell swings actually for, preparing the hips, getting the glutes fired up, getting my central nervous system fired up, working on that hip extension, and also heart rate, getting the heart rate up, getting blood flow. You did 2 sets of 20. And then opposite movement is to do a hip flexion movement. So I like doing hanging knee raises, just holding a medicine ball between my legs and getting that hip flexion, get the core activated, and also loosen up the hips a little bit. And for my ankle mobility, and just because I like to do calves first, I incorporate some seated calf raises just to help with ankle mobility and get the calves fired up. My ankles aren't the most mobile, and plus we could all use some extra calf work. So I do calves on a separate day, but I also just do 3 to 4 sets of 20 to 30 just to get ankle moving and some blood in my lower leg. First up on the list with this power strength day is box squats. I slow this down. Watch my shoulders. See how I rotate outward? That's what you should be doing with your glutes. So think about kind of screwing your heels into the ground and rotating outward. It'll help keep the glutes fired up and hips stable. I've been using the safety squat bar, obviously from Rogue, as you can see, but I love the way it makes I just feel it more in my core, the squats, and also my shoulders aren't the most mobile, so having that bar on my back and having to put my hands back there isn't the most comfortable feeling. So this allows me to go, heavier and still keep my squats in my routine. Now, I slowed this video down. I also want to close up. I want to show you a box squat and how you're literally taking pressure off the legs, sitting all the way back, keeping that core back nice and flat, and then blasting up, standing up as fast as possible. But you can see, pressing back, I don't lose my neutral spine. My back stays flat. I'm just rocking back, and watch my quad. I'm taking a little bit of pressure off. You can actually see it, and then it pops back right there. So just taking that split second to give your legs a little bit of reprieve, and then focus on the speed of getting that weight off of the box. Or, like I have a bench with a plate there just to give myself a little bit more room. Second up is Sumo Deadlift. I have a little bit hybrid of a stance. I don't go as wide as I used to. Just doesn't make my hips feel the best. But this is like a little bit wider than shoulder width, toes slightly pointed out. And there I'm just demonstrating, toes slightly pointed out. And then I love deadlift, man. I think it's one of the best things you can do for overall, not only building muscle, but strength and conditioning, overall core strength. Pushing the hips back, that was my little demonstration there. Now check my shoulders out. I come up, exaggerate, right here, and then I rotate down. Lock those lats up, keep the back flat. Then you can blast off with your legs, your hips. But if you lose that upper body tension, if you lose that flat back, deadlifts can be a really dangerous exercise. But if you keep that back flat, keep the core nice and tight, and use your hips, it can be an amazing exercise. All right, guys, one more time. Up, shoulders, rotate down and back, lock them up, take a big deep breath, hold your breath, and drive that weight all the way up for a quality deadlift. All right, guys, next up, I did lateral step ups. I chose to use a barbell across my back or across the top of my shoulders. And I like doing these one leg. I do some kind of one leg stuff, most leg workouts. I do believe in training one leg at a time, especially if you have any imbalances. But just really to work one side and build stability and not have to rely on the other leg or the other limb, whatever you're doing. But here, obviously, we're doing legs. But that balance at the top, just bring that one leg up. I give myself a split second to kind of, give myself the opportunity to be in an unstable environment so I can build stability, if that makes any kind of sense. But I finished up this leg workout with 2 sets of 20 each side. And that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Amped Phase 1 3-day leg day. Get amped!